Hi there, I'm Jody Bentley, actor, producer, speaker, and teacher. Hello. As an actor, I tell stories about women who are ambitious, determined, and myopic to the extreme. As a producer, I tell stories that raise consciousness. And as a teacher and speaker, I talk about bravery in business. Hello, that is why we are here. Hey, Derek, thanks for joining. Hey, Ronald. So when I talk about business, I'm talking about the entertainment business, business of crowdfunding, business of life. Hey, Lenora and Tom, thank you for joining. Because to me, bravery is a choice. I invite you to be brave in your life. And to me, bravery is authentically living the life you want without compromising your vision for your career or your life in general. Hello, Jen. Hello, 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 everyone. Okay, today's is going to be, wow, I got really close. Today is going to be sweet and short and to the point and a little esoteric. This is episode 24 in my Bravery in Business series, and today we're going to talk about surrender. So, hey, Rich, thanks for joining. Hi. Okay, so surrender. I would say for the past like 2.5 years of my life, I've been consciously focusing on the concept of surrendering. And what does that mean in my life, in my career, personally? And I feel like I've gotten pretty good at it, I gotta say. And then this weekend, Matt and I went to this place in Pasadena called Just Float. Hello, Rich. Hello, Kevin. Thank you for joining. And Just Float. Have you heard of floating? Look up float therapy. It's pretty cool. We've been wanting to do it for a while. And basically you're in, I was going to call it an isolation chamber, but that sounds really dramatic. But it kind of is that. And you're floating, essentially, in a foot of Epsom salt water. And there is no light or sound. So the lights go off in the room. You have your own little like chamber thing. And I was super excited to do it. I was like, well, I meditate every day. I've been focusing on surrendering. This is going to be like amazing. And Matt, who had no expectations whatsoever, was like, yeah, we'll see what happens. So I get into my little float chamber and I had a terrible experience. A terrible experience for like the first 35 minutes. Yeah, Jen, it was totally awesome. So let me, yes, I'm going to share. So I get in there and I'm like, well, I know how to surrender. I know how to meditate. I know how to be still and still my mind and all this stuff. And it was so challenging for me just to trust and surrender that the water was going to hold me completely. You know, if I'm sitting on a chair, the gravity's holding me here. If I'm laying on a bed meditating, it's the support of gravity and the firmness of whatever thing I'm sitting on supporting me, right? And the fact that it was water started to fuck with my head because I'm like, how can I trust that this is going to happen? Hey, Eddie, thanks for joining. So for about 35-40 minutes of this hour-long float therapy, I was in my head. I had crazy tension in my shoulders because I was like holding myself. It was pretty terrible. I got up twice and turned the light on because I was freaking out that I was alone in this little chamber in the dark. And then I started breathing. And I started breathing and letting go of expectations. And the last 15 minutes were so peaceful and joyful and relaxing. And I was really able to surrender to the water, surrender to my mind, just to surrender. And that's what made me want to talk about this today is how many times do we say, oh, I know that. Oh, I've already learned that. Oh, I've learned that lesson. Oh, I've learned how to be vulnerable. I'm good. I've learned how to protect. I'm good. I've learned that already. So I don't need to learn that anymore. And that was sort of how I felt going in is like, no, I've learned to surrender. I surrendered the past, 2.5 years. So I'm good. I already know what that is. When I didn't, because it was surrendering in a different way. And I think a lot of the times, and you can let me know on the sidebar here if you feel the same thing. if we know something, sometimes we're not open to deepening the experience or deepening the knowledge, deepening the learning around that. Whatever it is, whether it's trust, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's intimacy, whether a skill that you have. Like I think the words of "I know that" really keep us from going deep, going deeper. Hey, Peter, thanks for joining. So I invite you to surrender to what you know and what you don't know, and see what that does. See where that takes you. Because I have to say, I was pretty proud of myself for finding that surrender in the last 15 minutes. Granted, I had 35, 40 minutes of terribleness of not surrendering, but I was able to shift. So notice when you're in the middle of something and you feel resistance, or you feel tension, or you feel frustration of, I know this, why isn't this working? This should be what I expect it to be. And when you have that resistance and expectations and frustration, how can you let go? How can you surrender even further? Hey, Connor, thanks for joining. How can you surrender even further to a deeper understanding of your own being? And yeah, I get it. I told you this video is a little bit esoteric in terms of bravery in business, but it's a vital part. So this week, I urge you to notice. Just notice when resistance comes up. Notice when those things happen. And what can you do, or how can you be? How can you shift your ways of being to deepening your surrender and trust of the moment? Because that's what it's about. That's what it's about. Because that's what's going to keep you on your path with ease and with flow. Because I know when I start to get like, oh, I want to control and fix and make things happen. And I'm sure you guys feel that too, right? Yeah. So this deepening of surrendering will just keep you in this ease. And I don't know about you, but I would love to feel ease daily. Yeah, I'm sure you do. So, okay, so on the Facebook sidebar thing here, write how you are going to surrender this week. Write what resistance might come up for you. Write about deepening trust in yourself, trust in others, trust on your path, because that is true bravery. The bravery to have the thought of, oh, I know that, but then still learn something. That's fucking brave. Excuse my language. You know what I mean? So this week, surrender, trust, be brave. And I will see you later this week. And until then, follow me on Twitter and Facebook and Insta and all those places. Go to jonibentley.com/coach if you want to learn about my mastermind groups or private coaching sessions. And yes, so surrender, Facebook. And I'll see you later this week. All right, have a good day. Bye.